Good everyone, today we're going to warp a loom. So hi, my name is Caitlin. I teach old-fashioned sewing skills on this channel. So yes, we've been working on some homespun fabric for the mid-19th century. And last time we dyed the yarn, so I have it in several colors. And I have my warping board here, and it's the first time I'm using this warping board, so it should be fun. And I think I'm going to use this to keep my yarn disentangled. Oh, I need the white as well. I have been doing a bunch of research into homespun fabrics, mainly thanks to my friend Annette, who has done amazing research onto the subject as well. And when I was at her house 2 years ago, I got to examine 2 original homespun dresses that were in her care. And then last summer, I saw 3, it was a little boy's suit, a scrap, and then a dress that were all homespun from Texas specifically, because I'm from Texas. And then I kind of just a couple weeks ago decided to spend 2 or 3 days finding all the homespun dresses I could find and I could get really good pictures of. I think I'm up to 11 or 13, somewhere in there. And I made weaving patterns for them all. So I have patterns for all of those particular dresses, which is really fun. The ones I've examined, the ones I've seen, and the ones I've seen online. And so now I have a lovely collection of homespun fabrics and patterns. We're gonna use one of those patterns. This one is in the Texas Civil War Museum. It is a dress from Texas. I believe it was dated 1861. And the colors are basically the same, except she had a light blue and a dark blue. So both were probably indigo. And she didn't have the red, but she did have blue, yellow, and white. And we're doing blue, yellow, red, and white. So basically the same colors, but instead of a dark blue, we're gonna do the red instead. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we are. I am going to warp 8 yards. So I really only want to do 5 to 6 yards of weaving, but with loom waste and shrinkage and such, I'm going to go ahead and warp the 8. So I have a guiding thread already on the board, and I'm following my pattern. I have 3 rows now to do with yellow. Number 2? Yes, 3. Let's do the 3rd row. Alright, and I gotta change color again. I'm gonna wrap this a couple of times just to kind of keep it taut for right now. Now there's 2 more white. I'll show you a picture of the weaving pattern I created, and that's what I'm following. It's very simple, plain weave, 1 over, 1 under. But I marked it with the colors of the original, not necessarily with the colors that I'm doing. But I'm doing, again, the same color, except for dark blue isn't going to end up being red. Okay, so it's been a couple weeks, I think. I got 3 sets of it done. It was supposed to be done completely by now. However, I had an emergency project pop up and I needed to take a break. So this video was supposed to come out yesterday, and obviously it has not come out yet. Hopefully it will be by tomorrow. But yeah, I got 3 sets of it done. It took me a while because the dogs got to this, and so it's now not in my pretty little loop anymore. So I actually have to take it by hand and pull out every strand that I want. And then after a while it gets tangled, and so it's a hot mess. So I have like just bits that I'm untangling right now. And so that's one of the reasons this took me so long. Same thing happened to the yellow one, but I have the yellow one back together. It was like 2 separate sections. I managed to get the tangles out. So that's better now. It's just the red one. Both the indigo ones are fine, thank goodness. But it is taking me a lot longer than expected. So what I think we're going to have to do today is I can't put any more than 3 on this warping board because my pegs aren't tall enough to handle it. And I think I need 15 rounds to make the width of fabric that I need. So I'm about 1/5 of the way done with this. But for the purposes of the video, I just want to show you what the next step is. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and take this, put it on a loom. I'm not going to be able to actually put it through the little metal things and actually fully warp the loom because I'm going to need to get the rest of it done. And really, I think the important part was, again, kind of showing that little pattern piece. And I don't think y'all actually saw the whole entire thing because it's been a couple weeks since I filmed and I don't know if I actually got the whole thing filmed. But I will put a picture of the actual pattern that I created from the original as well as a picture of the original that we're creating. So you can kind of see what we're doing here as far as the warp goes. But I am liking these colors a lot together. I am liking, so the red is more coming out pink. It's like a peachy color with the yellow. I think it's going to look really good all together. But I'm going to go ahead and at least put this on the loom, even though we're not going to be able to actually fully thread the loom. But I'll insert a picture of like the sides here so you can actually see what the colors look like. I think they look really good. I'm happy with it. So I think the next step is going to be putting thread around these so I can keep that cross together. I think we're going to do a back to front warp. I really don't know what I'm doing because it's been a very long time since I've threaded a real loom. I mean, yes, I understand that rigid heddle looms are real looms, but no, this is what I have now is a real loom. So, yeah, we're going to see how this works. I have this to tie things off. And since this video is going out before me, finishing it, if anyone has any tips on how to deal with this, they would be so appreciative. They would be so appreciated because this is a mess. I think instead of 15, I'm actually going to do 16 sets of this. Only because I'm having a hard time tying this. That way I can start in the middle and do 8 one way and 8 the other way. I think it's going to be easier for me than starting on one side. And because if I start on one side, there's no way it's going to be even. I just know. So I'm going to start in the middle and work my way one way and then work my way the other way. Alright, I have a long crochet thing of warp, basically. So, I guess it's time to put it on this. I guess I'll just work on this side first. And I'm not actually going to warp it, of course. But, stick it over here. And yeah, I don't know where my little thin boards that go, between the crosses, because all I have is this, and that's not going to work. So I will go find that. I think we're gonna end it for this month, and we'll do it next month. We'll finish it next month because I did end up finding a little bit of extra time that we can finish the warp next time. So I'm going to do, this is 3 sets. I'm going to do 5 more sets of this and just put them on here just like this. I mean, just like that. And then next month we will actually dress the loom and do all that. So yeah, that was interesting. Please, please, please share any tips you have about that pink yarn, because I'm going to need help. Otherwise it's going to take me all the whole month to get to this point. Hopefully I can get it mostly done tomorrow, and then later this week. I think I have it set into 2 more days of doing this, because most of this was done in 1 day, and pretty simply at that. It's just, again, it took me so long to get that pink stuff. So I'm going to do all of that, and then next month we will actually just dress the loom, finish, like actually put the warp on the loom now that we have the pattern set out. So this month was really just, you know, putting the pattern on the warping board and getting it all measured out. Next month we'll actually be putting it on the loom. I was kind of hoping to get the whole thing done, but it's just with that yarn getting so discombobulated, I can't. So thankfully we had a little bit of extra time that I can do that and still get finished with this and the quilt by the end of this year. So we'll split this into 2 videos and it'll be fine. I am sorry that it's a bit late. Things got in the way. I emergently decided that I wanted a bathing suit for a party this week, and so I made a 1940s bathing suit on the spur of a whim, and so that took my time that I was going to work on this to get it done for y'all. But the good news is there is a really fun 1940s project coming out this month, because I've also adjusted all of my scheduling to accommodate that for this month. They will move what was going to be this month to next month, and just so on. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here in the next one.